people, welcome to Sick Conversations, and today we're having a conversation with Angel. Hi Angel.
Hi Jose.
Can you give us your full names please? Because I know you're Angel Angela.
My name is Namboze Angela.
Yes.
I'm 30 years old.
30?
Yeah, 30 years.
You're older than me. Just so you know.
And I'm a teacher by profession.
You teach which level?
The nursery school level, kindergarten.
Oh, okay. That's really nice. I like being around children.
Sometimes.
Why did you roll your eyes like that?
Sometimes.
That's interesting. Anyway, Angel, tell us your sickle cell story. When did you get to know that you have sickle cell? Say, understanding it.
Well, when I learned about my situation, I was about 2.5 to 3 years old.
What?
Yeah.
Like you knew there was something at 2.5?
I could always fall sick,
Okay.
being taken to hospital, always in hospital, missing school. So I could hear my mom tell other people like she has sickle cell, and people were always giving her advice of giving me herbs that it will cure. And my mom had hopes that I'll be well. And not until she passed on when I was 5.
Oh, that's very hard.
So
I'm so sorry about that.
I was taken to my grandmother. I stayed with her like for a year, then she left for the States. But she also tried so hard. I wasn't with my dad. My dad was in the diaspora. So my grandmother could take care of me, take me to hospital, look for herbs, look for what since everyone was saying that sickle cell cures with herbs. So
we've all had those stories. Even me, there's a time when I was taking herbs. You don't want to know.
There are times I could just take a nap, waking up with a lot of fever, high temperatures. So yeah, that's when I got to know about my situation.
You could give me say a brief background of how it affected you at school, amongst your friends, or even, your home life.
School, I was the most loved child.
Really?
Because the moment the office got to know about my issue, I was just always being pampered. I wasn't beaten at school. Kids could love me. They enjoyed playing with me.
You were the delicate baby.
Yes.
The one who they liked the most.
Yes, and I looked the youngest in class.
You don't look 30.
Children loved me. Teachers loved me.
So if you could describe your childhood with sickle cell, you would say it was very supportive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. So before your grandmother, after she left to the States, where did you go next?
I went to my auntie, the sister to my dad, and she also left for the States.
They are all leaving you.
Yeah, I was moving from house to house. I was always being tossed
Why are
around.
they leaving you in this country? That's very unfair.
So that's when my dad came back. After my mom had passed away, my dad could hear stories that I was always sick. So he was like, let me go home and take care of my child. So he came back. I stayed with him for a year. Then he left for UK.
Can you give me a brief on your coping mechanism? Like when you're in pain?
I'm the kind of person who takes long to get crisis. Whenever I get a crisis, I sleep next to my painkillers.
Every day.
So I just pick my painkiller I take, even if it's just mild. I just take my painkiller.
Are there any secrets that you have for taking long to get a crisis?
It's God's mercy.
That's true. Because everyone's body is different.
Yeah.
And what would you describe your worst crisis to?
That was in 2015. It started as a tense-like pain. So when I went to bed, I woke up like the entire body was paining. I couldn't sit, I couldn't walk, I couldn't breathe, I was just stiff like this.
Oh my God.
by that time I had gone to visit my auntie, so I was given just a paracetamol painkiller, and waking up in the morning I was definitely fine, like nothing had happened.
Please capture my face. Because she took paracetamol when she was stiff.
Yes.
And it worked. Please, you're God's miracle.
It was due to malaria.
That crisis was that night only?
Only.
And that has been your worst crisis ever?
Yes.
From the time you got to know you have sickle cell?
Yes.
Must be your God's favorite child. Must be nice. I would like to be you. What would you say are your biggest challenges with having sickle cell?
Finding a job.
That was so fast, you guys. Finding a job, please.
Yes. Yeah.
Why would you say finding a job?
Because when those people get to know our problems, they don't want to hire us. They think that we are burden to them.
When you say our problems, what do you mean?
Like, they think that if you have sickle cell, you're dying tomorrow, or you're dying the next minute.
They see you like a corpse.
Yes.
When you say that has been your challenge, like, I don't know, give me an example. Give me an example of something that...
Well, when I started working, the first institution I worked with, I didn't tell them my problem. So time came, I felt sick, and I had to be in... That's when I got the other crisis due to the malaria. So I spent 2 weeks without working. So when I came back, they were like, "What problems do you have? Tell us your problems." So I told them I have sickle cell. Then she was like, "Why didn't you tell us earlier? Why did you let us hire you in with that condition?" So I was like, next time I'm quitting. I'm not coming back.
You're the one who decided to quit?
Yes.
Okay, I have a similar story. That's what happened to me as well.
So the next institution I was hired, I've worked for them for 7 years. But I told them my problem earlier before I was hired. So I thank God I was given the job, not until last year when I was diagnosed with cancer. And that time I could fall sick always, like every now and then. By that time I had no problem. I didn't know what was wrong with me, not until it was found out that I had cancer. It was that could cause me to fall sick always. So I think they got tired of me not being at work.
How long did you take away from work?
Like almost the entire first time I didn't work.
That's about 3 months.
Yes, because of being sick, being admitted always. So when they discovered that I had cancer, I had to go for immediate surgery. So I wrote a letter asking for a leave for 2 months. When the 2 months had got done, I went back to check on my job. They just told me, "We shall call you back." Up to now.
Did you identify that it was a medical issue as to why you needed the leave? So they still terminated your contract regardless of you explaining?
Yes.
I don't want to use bad words, but I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I don't even know what I can possibly tell you when you say that you have sickle cell and you have cancer. That's too much for one person.
Yeah.
How are you dealing? Because you're here, you're very jolly, very active. I mean, everyone here is smiling because you're around. How do you keep up?
I know I'm God's favorite child, of
Clearly.
course.
I mean.
Because I didn't even know that I would overcome the cancer treatment. But soon I'm going to complete treatment. Since the surgery was done, the tumor was removed. So now I'm on the second treatment, and that is chemotherapy, taking chemotherapy tablets. But I thank God that I'm not even paying for them.
Yeah.
It's the insurance paying for me, regardless of it being very expensive and scarce.
Yeah. Is there a way you would say the cancer has maybe escalated your sickle cell, or it's interfering? Because, I mean, those are two different diseases that have two different things going on.
Yeah, there are two different diseases, but I feel normal, like a normal person. Like I was before the cancer came in. I feel very normal.
I really love your energy. Because I think I'd be in my bed and I'm not.
I feel so normal. Regardless of not being working, I feel so normal. I feel so happy. I feel like life is good. There is no need of thinking about my problem.
Yeah. If you're to say, honestly, it hasn't changed so much. Aside from...
In the beginning, when the cancer was still inside, when the tumor, I was still having the tumor inside. Life wasn't really good because I thought I was even dying at night.
It was very difficult. So were you're getting discomfort from the cancer and then also getting pain from sickle cell?
I could just get infections of pain always now and then. The blood level could drop.
Okay.
So actually
and even when the blood level would drop, you still wouldn't get into any pain?
Just
God's favorite child.
Just feeling fevers and having infections, that's all.
Okay.
But I had no pain at all.
I think one thing we can highlight from this conversation is that it's very good that you never got into a pain crisis. Because
not even cancer pain, I don't know how it pains.
Please capture my emotion. I don't know what to say. So how would you say the cancer and the sickle cell have affected you mentally?
My mental health?
Yes, your mental health.
Accessing drugs when they are not there where I get them from insurance, there I go crazy.
Yeah.
There I go crazy. But if I find them there, like, you wait for the insurance to approve, then we shall give you the medicine. The moment it approves,
then you're fine. Aside from the cancer medication, are you on any sickle cell medication?
Only folic acid.
Not even hydroxyurea?
No.
You guys, when I say I've met God's favorite child, I have met God's favorite child. Because, I mean, I have to commend you for your positive attitude, your energy. I have so many emotions right now to even know, to even know what you are, to even tell you something. But I'm so happy for you is what I can say.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're in remission. I'm glad that it hasn't really affected you that bad. And honestly, I hope whoever watches this conversation gets to pick up from your energy. Our medical people should provide your medication to keep that anxiety away. Right?
Okay, maybe actually every day I take a glass of hibiscus, that's all. Just one glass of hibiscus. It's enough for me.
For the day. What's your highest HB?
7 point something.
Okay, that's fair. I hit 9.5 for the first time in January, then I got sick.
I hit 13 point something.
You've reached 13? Wow. I want to be you. I want to know what 10 looks like. But anyway, you had mentioned that your biggest challenge with having sickle cell and also now the cancer situation is the job opportunities. If I may ask, what is your dream career? What would you want to be?
I wanted to be a fashionista.
Like design?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Yes.
That's fun. So what's stopping you?
I did the wrong course.
I don't think that should be the reason as to why. I mean, you did the wrong course, yes. So many of us are doing things that we never thought we'd be doing. So, yeah, I think that's something you should do.
I have no clue about it.
You have no clue.
So I have to go back and study.
So you need sources and all that. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. If can you give us maybe a highlight of your support system, your friends? Like, do you have friends? Do they understand your condition? How do they feel about it?
My first support system is the sister to my mom. She has been there for me ever since I was a kid, even when my mom was still around. she was the one paying the hospital bills. The moment she got to know that I had cancer, she was like, she looked for money from each and every corner so that to see that the ends are supposed to be met. And the team of doctors at Chivuli Muslim Hospital, the team of doctors at where I was operated from at Nikau Health Center.
Wow.
And my cousins, my aunties, they have been supporting me.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
You didn't say friends, do you know? In this whole thing, I saying you don't have friends.
I have friends.
So
They have also been there.
but I was hearing a but. But what?
Not always.
Call them out. Call them out. Tell them, like, guys, do better. Be a friend.
Yeah.
Does that disturb you sometimes?
No.
Again, please, your mental health. I need some of that. I mean, people need people. That's what I always say. So, but also, it's nice to know that you're a very understanding person and you see how everything works out. So, I think that's. So, take me through your normal day. What are your hobbies? Your favorite activities to do?
Traveling, going to the beach, and going to church.
Okay. Yeah. That's nice. You seem fun. We should hang out. But
Of course.
maybe the travel part. I don't know the beach. So for you, you've seen two sides of the healthcare system. What would you say about our Ugandan healthcare system?
Terrible.
And how would you want them to improve?
The sickle cell clinic. It's really terrible. I don't even know when I last attended that place because of the situation there.
It's a situation. Give us example.
I'll not say the name of the nurse.
No, don't say the name of the nurse.
I one time fell sick and I went there. Reaching there, so the nurse was supposed to cannulate me to give me the medicine. The moment she cannulated me, the hand got swollen.
The vein blocked.
Yeah, I told her, you know what, remove this thing. It's in my hand. I was supposed to get 5 injections. So she was like, you first wait, we push this one, then we shall remove.
With a blocked vein.
Yes.
That she can't see.
Yes.
That it's
So she received a call that her baby had fallen off from the bed. She left me there and she went away. I never saw her again. I pushed the drug myself, so I had to look for someone to remove the cannula. And when I went to the other nurse, she was like, when you say you can go with your cannula. Actually, you're supposed to come back tomorrow to get another injection. So I looked for her. I went to the lab. I told the guy in the lab to remove it because he also it when it was swollen. So I left there and then I went to Chivuli.
And Chivuli is a better experience?
Yes. Then from there I've never went back to the sickle cell clinic.
And also what aside from your experience, which was very unfortunate, what else do you see other patients experiencing?
The nurses are rude.
Okay.
Even the place itself is dirty.
Guys, listen to the girl.
So that's why I hate the sickle cell clinic.
Do you think they have an understanding of our situation?
Maybe the doctors, but the nurses,
Or they just don't care about it?
they just don't care about.
Say if we're to have a dream sickle cell clinic, describe it for me.
A place that is safe, a place that is clean, a place that is welcoming. How they know how to handle patients, because when you deal with that sickle cell pain, it's really terrible.
So what you want is patience, cleanliness, happy smells like yours. Then with your experience with your cancer treatment?
Those guys are really cool.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, enlighten me, because now for us we're the ones who suffer.
Like
Like tell me, like when you say cool,
They care about the patients at the Cancer Institute.
So you would say the difference between treatment for cancer patients is different for...
Though the patients are so many,
Yeah.
but at least you see that they care. The nurses care, the doctors care.
And then compared to warriors?
For the warriors, really too bad.
No, I mean, it's a safe space. You tell us for the warriors.
For the warriors, the nurses just shout when you're in pain. Sometimes they so well conservative. So
they dismiss and undermine your pain. Yeah. I think we can all tell the same story when it comes to that.
But for the Cancer Institute, everything is fine. They are patient to the patients. They care about the patients.
You would be a very good advocate for us. You'd know what to tell us. You would. Yeah, so at the moment you are currently looking for a job and you're failing to find one.
Yes.
So what, that experience, has it made you want to hide your situation more, or?
Actually, there is no need of hiding. Because time will come, you have to go and get the treatment or the medication. You have to seek for permission. They'll ask you, why didn't you tell us? So it's better to say the truth in the first place. If they are to hire you, they hire. If they don't want, they leave you.
I agree with you. So anyway, what I want you to do is share with the warriors. I mean, they're going to see it in the warriors group that you are in. I'm going to see it in the warriors group, but give us, a message that you'd like for them, and then also the one for the healthcare, medical practitioners, and then also for your caregivers. Like, what would you like to say?
Well, for my fellow warriors, all you need to do is just be happy. Don't think about your situation. Because even there are others out there who are even worse compared to us. Like those with diabetes. Like those. But for us, it's just a matter of pain that comes and goes. If you know how to take care of yourself, you'll be in a safe place. Then the health workers, they have to be patient with us. They have to listen to us, because they don't know how that pain feels when it comes.
I mean, I always say, the best way a doctor would ever understand sickle cell is if they actually felt our pain, because they really do not.
My caregivers, I thank them.
Or other caregivers out there, not just yours.
I thank them for standing by our side, for being patient with us, for loving us, and we pray for them that they do more for us.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you want your caregivers to understand about your health?
Yes.
What's that?
To know that if it comes to needing support, please, I need them to be there.
And when you say be there, what does that mean?
Financially.
What else?
And to understand my pain or our pain.
Okay, to try and understand.
Yes.
I don't think understanding is possible. To try and understand.
If we tell you that we are in pain, please don't just shout at us. They have to keep their voices low at least. Okay. Be there for us.
Emotionally.
Yes.
And physically.
Yes.
And financially.
Yes.
The financial is the big part.
Yes.
Yeah. And then to employers.
Employers. In this world, we are equal. Though
Say it to the camera.
in this world we are equal. Though some people are more equal than others.
Okay.
So they have to consider us as humans also, that we need work, we went to school, we did what we wanted to do. So if at least they let them try to hire us and understand us that we also need those jobs, not to discriminate us. We are not going to die tomorrow when you hire us. And if it's the right time to go for our treatment, please accept us and we go. Otherwise, we shall not die from the workplace because you have refused us to go for treatment.
And you're even able to come back and pick up from where
Yes. You can at least delegate.
Yeah.
For a day. You delegate for a day that I'm not around. Then when I come back, I pick up from where the other person stopped.
Okay. Thank you, Angel Angela.
You're welcome.
For giving us your positive energy. I think this is such a great second episode, and it would encourage very many other warriors. So thank you very much for your time and for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
Bye.